All right, so I got this Gearwrench mechanic tool set. I picked this up from a pawn shop, more so to do like little side jobs here and there. And I've been using it for a couple months now, so I figure I've been using it long enough to where I could do a review of sorts as well as an overview. Some of the things I like, don't like about it. Um, but again, this is the 232 piece set. Comes with quarter and 3/8, and part number is 80949. And again, I picked this up at a pawn shop for 80 bucks, which I thought was a hell of a deal. So again, I'll start at the top. Kind of got like this work top of sorts. Comes with these two grab handles. You could sit on it if you choose. It's pretty sturdy. So first thing you got up here is your ratcheting wrenches. These are the 90 tooth. So it goes from 8mm up to 19 without any skips. And I'd say the only gripe here is I wish they were reversible, but for the price, it's not too big of an issue. So first drawer, you've got your metric and standard hex keys. Then you got your 1/4 inch from 4mm to 13 in shallow, 5/32 to 9/16 shallow. You got your 1/4 inch ratcheting wrench with the comfort grip. These 90 tooth ratchets are great. No complaints with them. You got a 3-inch extension, and then metric deep. You got 4mm up to 14, and then 3/16 up to 9/16. And then SAE ratcheting wrenches from 1/4 inch to 3/4 without any skips. And I'd say the only real gripes here is I wish there was a 15, whereas I feel like the 14 and the 9/16 are basically the same size. So if you're gonna stop there, I wish they would have put a 15 instead. And the same with the shallows. I wish there was a 14, or excuse me, a 15 shallow, whereas I could use the 9/16 if need be. So next is the second drawer. You got your 3/8. So comes with a 6-inch extension. You got a little stubby extension, the 3-inch. Again, comfort grip, 92 3/8. The deeps go from 9 to 19. It does skip the 8, the 12, the 11. And then you got the 3/8 to 3/4, 5/8 spark plug socket. And then shallow 1/4 inch to 15/16 rather, which is great, you know, to have these three larger sizes, and 3/8. And then you got the 8mm all the way up to 22, or excuse me, I'm sorry, 6mm all the way up to 22 in shallow, and then 8 to 19 with the 12 point. Again, these larger sizes are great, especially in just a standard set, whereas most stop at a 19 and a 3/4. These you get the three larger sizes in both SAE and metric. I do wish there wasn't as many skips. I wish there was an 8, a deep, and a 12 deep. The 11's not so big of a deal, but again, it would be nice to have. And then with the Torx, you've got a E10 to E16 in E-Torx, and those are great for caliper bolts. And then the last drawer, you've got your bit driver with all the bits. You got some nut driver attachments, 5mm to 11, 3/16 to 1/2. You got a little 1/4" to 3/8 adapter, as well as a 3/8 to 1/4 reducer adapter. You got the 1/4" e-Torx E5 to E8, and then the standard Torx T7 to T25 and 1/4", and then T40 to T55 and 3/8. And these are just standard, no security Torx. And then lastly, you get your 2mm hex key all the way up to 9, and then 5/32 to 3/8. So again, the only real gripes I have here, I wish this was a ratcheting bit driver. A lot of times I'll just take my my Cornwell one just to kind of replace this one. I don't really use this one too often. And then I wish there was a 10mm hex. That would come in handy. And then obviously the bits aren't anything spectacular. I didn't really go over these. You got 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s, and 2 number 3 Phillips. Different size slotted flatheads. You have the, I believe it was a T, let's see. So you get T10 to T40, and then for the hex keys, you get 1/8 to 1/4, and then 3mm to 6mm. So a decent assortment of bits. But again, I've used this set just doing control arms. Obviously oil changes, brake jobs you can do out of these. But control arms, I've done struts. So it's a decent set, you know. A lot of times I'll just take the one of my I'll take like a flex head, hammers, big breaker bar, pry bars, you know, little things that aren't in here, pliers, and I can do most odd jobs just out of my car. Just throw this in. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the set. I think these retail for right around $250. I'm sure you can get them on sale, but surprisingly, you can find these a lot on the used market, you know. And again, that's how I found this set, on a local pawn shop. But again, overall, pretty happy with the set. There are some flaws, but again, for the price, I can't really complain. But as always, thanks for watching.